The fact that you would even discuss my looks is insane. I'm a bad bitch. Always been a bad bitch.
This is the day after you guys are about to see the footage for when I went to get my hair done. And I wanted to come and say a couple of things because I think I did leave some things out when I was doing the voiceover for this video. So basically, I went to the salon because if you see my previous videos, I thought that my hair was uneven because I had tried to trim it myself and it just was not looking the way that it normally does. So I kind of panicked and I was just like, I need to go to professional. Somebody's got to save my hair, because I was really thinking that I was going to have to chop it all off because for one, my hair naturally grows in layers. It always has. But I thought that when I had cut my hair, I had ruined my layers, clearly uneven. And that's where the concern came in, because I was like, I think I ruined my hair and it's causing breakage, because it literally looks like there's a chunk of my hair that's missing on one side. And so I called up my hairstylist and I was just like, you got to do something. Like, I need help. You got to fix it, Jesus, please. So I set up my appointment, and then a couple days later, I came to see her, which was yesterday, which is Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I think I booked my appointment on like Friday of last week or something like that. So one thing that I really do like about her and I appreciate is that she takes the time to truly understand her clients' hair textures, because she understands that everyone's hair is different. And she thoroughly wanted to understand what my concern was. She stretched it out into the afro before we washed it, and she saw what I was talking about. So she was like, well, she's like, we can either cut it when it's curly. She was like, because that's how you normally wear your hair. She's like, or we can straighten it and we can even out and see what's, going on that way. So she allowed me to choose how I wanted her to cut my hair, which I totally appreciate. When we blew dry it out, that's when she began to tell me that it did look like I had breakage on my hair because my hair was uneven. So essentially, the middle part of my head grows shorter than the front part and the back part. So the front part of my hair and the back of my hair are the same length. And then the middle part of my head is shorter when it's curly. When it's curly, it looks like the middle part of my hair is shorter than the rest of my hair. So that's why we were seeing the gaps in between when my hair was in a wash and go. So before we blew it out, that's what you could see. You could see that there was gaps missing, but we thought it was breakage. So she was like, it appears that it's breakage. She's like, but when we straighten it out, we'll really know whether or not it's breakage or whether or not your hair just naturally grows in layers. So that's what we did. When we straightened it out, and you will see in the video as well, that's when I realized that all of my hair is actually the same length. It's not uneven at all, actually, in that my hair literally just grows in layers and it shrinks in layers. So the middle of my head shrinks tighter than the front and the back. So in the photo that I show you, here's another glimpse of when my hair was in the wash and go before I did the trim. So in the photo, you can see that my bangs are really, really long right here. And then the back of my hair was like down here as far as the curly part. And in the middle of my hair, it just looks like all of this is missing. But it's just because that's how my hair grows. Or that's how my hair shrinks. My hair just, the middle of my hair just shrinks up more than the front and the back. And that literally just happens as my hair continues to get longer. And over time, your texture does change with the length and the weight of your curls. But also keep in mind that it had been 4 years since I've gotten a cut. I have not gotten my hair cut since 2018. So that was another issue that I was having, because I was like, I feel like maybe I've waited too long to get a trim and maybe I've caused some breakage. I knew I needed a trim, but I just didn't know how severe of a trim I was gonna need. Straighten it, and that is when you guys will see this picture. And this is what it looks like after we had straightened it. This is what it looks like before any trim or anything like that. And as you can see, my hair is uneven. But what I thought was that it was uneven from breakage, but not necessarily. It was uneven because of the way that I cut it. But my hair didn't really have any breakage, which I was completely shocked about. I thought my hair was way worse than what it actually was when we straightened it out. And that's why I just gave her the okay to, you know, trim off what needed to be trimmed off, because like I said, it had been 4 years since I had got my hair cut. So for me to have gone 4 years with not getting my hair cut to only having to have about 2 inches of hair cut off, I say I did damn good. So since 2012, I've been growing my hair out, and every now and then I would do trims on my own hair, but I had not been to a professional in, what was it, 4 years. So I was doing my own trims every now and then, and I think I definitely, you know, trimmed it a little more than what needed to be in certain areas, because my hair naturally grows uneven and in layers. So this side of my hair actually grows faster and longer than this side, and it always has. And it's like no matter how much I cut it to even it out, that always happens. So what we decided is that from now on, when I go to her, we will trim it accordingly so that it can appear that my hair is even until, you know, I get it to the length that I want it, and then, you know, we can just, you know, maintain it from there. It's never been hard for me to take care of my hair since I've gotten used to it and I've learned what actually works. And I've never been afraid to cut my hair at all either. I prefer healthy hair over long hair because I feel like your hair is going to grow and it's going to, you know, be a lot more vibrant when it is healthy. So most people might think that she cut off a lot of hair when you see it in the video, but to me it wasn't that much. 2 inches of hair to not have been to a stylist in 4 years, it's nothing. And actually I love the fact that she cut it. I am happy that she cut it because I'm super excited for it to go back. She definitely did a bomb ass job, so I'm gonna enjoy it for the time that I can. I got lots of compliments on it, and a lot of people who know me know that I don't really wear my hair straightened. So when they saw me, they were like, "Oh my god, like that's you, that's your hair? Like I've never seen you with straight hair." Yeah. So that is pretty much all that I have to say in regards to what this video is about. So I am going to let you watch it. I do a couple of scenes where I do a voiceover and explain what's going on. There are a lot of clips where I will let you guys hear what she was telling me about my hair, and she gave a lot of valuable tips in regards to hair growth. The universal rule for all natural hair is that it needs moisture. You need to be gentle with it, and there's just certain things that we can't do that other textures can do as far as like straighter hair. We can't use a lot of heat. We do need our protein treatments. We do need our deep conditioners and things like that. Now, what products you need to use depends solely on what works for your hair, and you just have to learn what works for it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, that is all that I have to say.
All right, so I want to say that getting my hair washed is my favorite thing about getting my hair done, just because it feels so good and it's just so satisfying knowing that I don't have to do all of the work. Like, because your girl be getting tired. Like, I wash my hair once a week, okay? Like, this is a full-time job. So the fact that I don't have to do it, I love every single minute of it. She washed my hair 3 times and then we conditioned it. And before y'all get into it, talk about some 3 times is a lot, it wasn't, because I had a lot of product in my hair and she wanted to make sure that my hair was super, super clean because we were about to straighten and blow it out. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I know that the lighting is changing. It's just because my camera keeps focusing in and out when she steps away, and then when she comes back, the lighting just changes and my camera just adjusts to her shadow no longer being there. So yeah, that's all that is. Alright, so now that the conditioner has been applied, she did leave it sitting on my hair for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we rinsed it off, and then we are going to move into the blow drying phase. Alright, so after we conditioned it, she went ahead and blew it dry, and she is taking a moment to explain to me what she is seeing in her professional opinion. She is telling me that she could see the unevenness that I was talking about, and then she was telling me how I could potentially have breakage, but we wouldn't know until my hair was fully straightened.
See how this one side is longer?
Yeah.
And thinner, and then it goes in here. So I'm just, as we go through before we cut it, I want to look at it. Because, you know, with natural, you have to be very careful how you cut it. You see how back here is just see-through? And you can tell the difference, okay?
Right.
As it go up, and this is normal, so don't think it's just in here. As you get, you see how dark it's start feeling. That's where it's kind of getting more healthy and thicker.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people, be very careful how you comb out your hair and pulling it up all the time. Because you're taking fine hair, which all of us have, to run through your hair, and you pull it and you're stretching it. So that's what causes the breakage. And as you see, you go up, you know, it's darker, so it's more thicker. There, it's still just longer on that line.
So essentially what you just heard her tell me is that I didn't have breakage in the back of my hair like I thought. My hair was actually pretty healthy in the back. She was just saying that, yeah, my hair wasn't even, but I didn't have breakage in the back of my hair like I thought. It was just the normal growing pattern for my hair, and all I really needed was a really good trim. And I kind of figured that I didn't have breakage in the back anyways, because I don't really put my hair up. I wear my hair out a lot. I don't really like ponytails.
At one point or another, either all was the same length and this side broke off, or this side just naturally grows longer and faster than that side.
It does.
Okay.
This side of my hair always goes
Okay.
faster.
See, that's good enough. That's why I like to ask
That's
clients.
why I thought, I'm like, let me trim it to see if, I can ever get this side to catch up, and it never does, no matter how many times I had it cut.
It's so good to know. So I'm glad you know that, because a lot of times I'm trying to convince people of something.
Because I know your
understand.
sleep patterns and certain things like that can affect how your hair grows and why
Right.
one side can
And
help
it could
another.
affect it, because like you said, if you just sleep on one side more than other.
Yeah. But yeah, my hair has always been uneven in that way. And the layers. I've always had the layers too.
Okay.
But I'm more so concerned with having breakage and whether or not I've gone so, because it's been so long that I've had a trim that's my biggest fear that I've had. So,
And so,
I know for a fact I need a trim. I know that.
So after we assessed it, basically the conclusion she came to was that it wasn't breakage. It was just my natural layers. My hair wasn't as uneven as I thought. But because I had waited so long to get a trim, I definitely could see where the split ends had gone up my hair, and it did cause some unevenness, but I didn't have severe damage. And the smoke you see is the oil that she put on my hair. My hair is not burning. You will know if your hair is burning when you're flat ironing it if you start to hear it sizzle and pop. Literally, your hair is frying if you hear that. A little smoke is normal if you have heat protectant on your hair. Your hair shouldn't be sizzling though, like it's baking or something, because it's not. Like I said earlier, when she straightened it, As I'm looking at it in the mirror, that's when I realized my hair wasn't as uneven as I thought it was. My hair actually is even all around. It just shrinks up in different ways. So that's why it always looks like my hair is uneven. And that is why I have to do a little bit more stretching and shaping when I have a wash and go. Y'all, I do not remember the last time I've had my hair straightened. Like, literally watching this video is amazing me because I can't remember the last time I've had a flat iron in my hair and my hair has been pressed out silky straight. And if you guys are wondering, I do have a goal length that I want to reach with my hair. I do want to get to waist length, and I do believe I could get to it by the beginning of next year.
Get a meet out of mine.
So just think like of not having a cut since like 2018, and this is how much you got it. I don't feel like this is a lot at all. I'm actually shocked. I thought it was gonna be way worse.
Right there, across. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she knew that I wanted to keep as much length as I could, but I also told her, like, girl, if it needs to go, let it go. Because there's no point in holding on to dead hair. Like, it's not gonna do anything but get worse.
How often do you
She look healthy already. I would say once a quarter, preferably. But
Does
if
it
you're a
also
person,
depend on how your hair?
that's what I'm gonna say. It depends on how fast it grows and manipulation. If you don't put heat on it often, you really probably every 6 months it suffices. It really is. Because I think with you don't do a lot of, you definitely don't do a lot of heat.
So basically, she told me that I only really needed to come every 6 months to get my hair trimmed, and that is the agreement that I came to with her.
How did you trim it? I meant to ask you.
Like what do you mean?
Huh?
Like what do you mean?
Oh, did you do a twist? Did you randomly pick up?
No, I have blown it out, and I just, cause I mean, I'm usually able to tell when my ends are dead and when they need to, based on how my hair blows out.
Okay.
So.
Did you flat iron it too?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Not bad at all. I'm so surprised. I'm shocked. I think when I called you on the phone, I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to my hair off.
Like you said, after this, you can kind of get an assessment how your hair grows. It literally could just be your top. And you see how one side was just longer than the other. So that might be how your hair grows. Or like you said, just really just need like a really good trim.
So again, she was just asking me how I had trimmed my hair, and eventually I just came to the agreement that I would come to her every 6 months so that she could trim my hair for me so that I could reach my goal of waist length by January of next year. And also the photo that you guys are seeing now is basically where she cut my hair at. Is the red line, and the green line is where my hair would have been cut if it had been even. So just keep that in mind. So my hair did frizz up, unfortunately, because as you heard in the video, I don't really straighten my hair. I don't use heat, so my hair is not heat trimmed. So anytime that I try to get it straightened, most of the time it's just for me to get a good trim, and then that's pretty much it. But as you can tell, the ends they're frizzing up a little bit, but my hair is still straight, so it's okay. But yeah, it's not as silky pressed as it was when we first finished, which is fine. I don't really care because I don't plan on keeping my hair straight. I was more so worried about getting a good trim and making sure that, you know, my ends are healthy and my hair is healthy. And it is. I was worried for nothing. I was panicking and I was scared because I really thought I was gonna have to chop on my hair. Because I inserted the picture so you guys saw that my hair was uneven, or it does look uneven when it's in a wash and go, but I tend to stretch it so that I can shape it. And I don't know why I was acting like I didn't know that it had layers. I mean, I do know that, but when I cut my hair, I thought that I had cut it wrong and I had made it uneven, and that is the reason why my hair was uneven. But I didn't cut it uneven as I thought I did. I just really needed a trim. So when I start to do my wash and goes again, I should be able to stretch it and make it look nice, like, you know, I've been doing for the longest. So that's what we would do. I am a lot happier now. I'm a lot more relaxed when it comes to my hair. If you guys want like a story time and all of that about my hair, or if you want tips and help with learning how to take care of your hair, I could definitely do videos like that. I kind of give people advice on how to take care of natural hair all the time. Now, I can give you guys advice, but just because what works for me doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for you. When I was talking to the stylist, we both agreed that one of the most important things when it comes to natural hair is just learning what works for you rather than copying what everybody else does, because what works for one person may not work for you, and vice versa. So you kind of have to have patience and you have to learn what works for you. And once you do, your hair will flourish. So that's all the advice that I have. And that is pretty much it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until the next time, be dangerous, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Yeah, I'm about to make him disappear. I don't wanna see no tears. This is only the beginning.